All settled in. Good morning and welcome to the Viktor Wilt Show today. Appreciate you tuning in, hanging out with me, doing the thing. I guess the thing being listening. All right. Hopefully we'll have a good content day ahead. You know, I've only started digging. You know, I'll do my best for you. All right. Let's see here. What's something you see many people do that you'll never do? Okay. Gonna be a little bit of a rebel, huh? And stand your ground. Not doing these things. I wonder what kind of things they are. Haven't even looked through the responses here. Let's see how many of these things that many people do that you'll never do that I would also never do. Okay, littering, throwing trash out onto roads and streets. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I mean, come on. Keep a plastic bag in your vehicle. And next time you pull in to get gas, chuck it in the garbage can. I think that's probably easier than littering. I don't know. I mean, I guess rolling down the window and just chucking stuff out isn't hard, but chucking it in a bag and then only having to throw the bag out once. Yeah, I don't get that one. All right. Let's see. Cheating on people. Yeah, don't do that. Jeez. It's one of the worst things you can do to somebody. Ugh, okay. Well, nobody wants to think about that early in the morning. Jeez. Okay, my bad. This is why you preview the content. Leaving your shopping cart in the middle of two parking spots instead of walking 10 feet to the nearest place to properly put them. Yeah, you know, Peaches has mentioned many times the Woody Show, radio show out of L.A., they got a guy who goes out and shames people publicly for not putting their carts away. Puts them on the Cart Narcs show. So, yeah, put your cart away. Come on. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into things that aren't just like you're a dirtbag. Cave diving. No way. I've seen that movie, The Descent, too many times. You ever been in a cave? It's creepy. Can't imagine, like, having to hook a rope to the wall, go down some kind of a, you know, deep cave shaft. Oh, it's horrifying. No thanks. I'll stay on the outside of the earth. Okay, some of these are just sad, so I'm not... I mean, I guess I could mention this, because I see this happen on my social media feed, and it makes me so sad. Dumping animals. Like, seriously. A pet's a commitment, okay? And there are people who can help you out. You know, you can hit up an animal foster, just dump an animal. Oh, it makes me furious. Makes me so furious. Fillers and injections. I don't know. I personally not had the desire for that, but I don't know. I'm not going to judge if somebody wants to get that done. It's your body. Should I plump these lips out? Mm-hmm. Oh, can you imagine if I went totally freak show with like plastic surgery? For some reason, a horrible image of myself popped into my head. It was quite hideous. Parking illegally in handicapped spaces. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Just walk a little bit further, all right? A few more steps ain't gonna kill you. Let's see, what else do we have here? Not washing your hands after the bathroom. That does gross me out. Saw somebody do that at a show over the weekend. I'm like, dudes, for one thing, you should, in my opinion, always wash your hands after the bathroom, but you're also in a show, a venue bathroom, okay? You should wash your hands after just touching the door handle, okay? Not using turn signals. Yeah, I don't get that one. Not picking up your animal poo when you're out walking them around. Clipping nails in public. Now, I don't think that's something that many people do. The key word in here is something that many people do. I don't think that's very common. Okay, so something totally weird went down yesterday. I believe it was during the morning show I was talking about this. Pink Floyd's live at Pompeii. I know at some point yesterday I mentioned that in my opinion, this was the best live performance by any band ever. And how much I love this live concert film from back in the 70s. But that it's hard to find a good quality copy of. I mean, you can watch it on YouTube, but it's not great quality. I mean, it's YouTube. So, you know. And it's been on there for a long time. Well, anyway, crazy enough, I mentioned yesterday, I would love to see a 4K release of this because it's just so good. It's just mind-blowing, in my opinion. So last night, I'm kicked back, trying to get myself motivated to go to bed. Shouldn't be hard to get motivated to go to bed, should it? I just don't like going to bed early. I like staying up. But anyway, I'm scrolling away on the phone, and next thing I see, Pink Floyd live at Pompeii, coming to theaters, fully restored in 4K. They're going to be showing it in IMAX at a number of theaters, and then also releasing it so you can buy it to watch at home, which is, one of the best places to watch a live concert film if you've got a sound system like mine. And not only that, but the audio is being remixed by Steven Wilson. I mean, I would have been stoked beyond belief to see that they're simply restoring the video footage and re-releasing it in a better quality DVD format. But Steven Wilson, who, if you don't know, you should. Steven Wilson, the king of modern prog. He's done a bunch of different album remixes over the last few years. He did Use Your Illusion. You GNR fans, if you haven't listened to Steven Wilson's, maybe he only did November Rain. I thought he might have done the whole album. Both of them. But the version of November Rain that we play is the Steven Wilson mix. It's so much better than the original. It's not like anything really changed. He just has a way of bringing all the instruments out a little bit more, making the audio recording just more sonically appealing. To see that Steven Wilson, of all people, is doing the audio for this, I'm just in full nerd mode. I messaged a couple friends about it last night. Dan ditto. I mean, I don't know how many times when me and Dan lived together, we watched Pink Floyd live at Pompeii. And he was so excited when I sent him that information. If you haven't seen this, if you're a music fan, I don't know, older Pink Floyd's not for everybody. Maybe it was during the noon hour that this came up, because somebody asked me, like, if I could travel back in time, what bands would I want to see or something like that. I don't remember. But, yeah, I know I'm just babbling here, but I am so excited. So it's going to be hitting theaters April 24th, and then the release comes on May 2nd. You got to check it out if you're a Pink Floyd fan, if you've never seen this. And also, just being a music fan, I'm telling you, it's the best live performance by any band ever. The end. It's that good. So that made my evening. And I feel like I sort of manifested this into happening somehow with the magic of radio. I don't know. It was so weird to have specifically mentioned, I wish blank would happen, and then later that evening I saw that it had. And it probably happened, at least the announcement, around the time I was yapping about it. Really weird. Anyway, that's exciting news for Pink Floyd and music fans in general. Don't go check Live at Pompeii out yet. Wait till the re-release. Because again, you can watch it on YouTube, but the quality, they put up a little clip of the song Echoes, and the quality was so good. Can't wait for the full release. Fantastic. Okay, done Pink Floyd babbling. I'll be right back. Okay, I suppose I could address this. Just because you see a very prominent person do something doesn't mean that you're not going to get fired and publicly shamed if you do the same thing. There are a lot of people getting fired right now, at least according to my social media feed. For copying a gesture that Elon Musk decided to make in excitement. There was an Idaho CEO over in Boise. Canned. Well, I think he actually had to step down because he was at the top. But I was looking through a thread of before and after photos of people making said gesture, thinking they're being funny. And then the next post, fired. You wouldn't think people would have to be told, hey, if you make certain gestures publicly, you're going to get into trouble. But people are dumb. People are dumb. So, yeah, just because you see Elon Musk do something, the guy's the richest man on the planet. He's going to be able to get away with things that the average person isn't. So don't copy these people, okay? It's like the dumbest TikTok challenge ever. I mean, you're not going to necessarily die. You could. Make that gesture in the wrong place. Might get, in a bit of a conflict with people. But I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be surprised at all. But these people seem surprised when all of a sudden there's backlash. Maybe take a look at the historical. I don't know what I was looking to say here is, but just kind of look back through history and see how well that worked out for people making said gesture. I just had to laugh a little bit at a post I just saw online. I follow a lot of radio station pages because, I'm in the biz, I guess. Like to see what everybody's up to. And in Minneapolis, the rock station is known as 93X. It's a Cumulus station. And apparently, some listeners of this station have been receiving items in the mail from 92KQRS. Promotional letters. I'll admit this is kind of an interesting way to go about giving away a prize. Very old school. So they send somebody an actual letter in the mail saying, hey, you want to win $1,000? We're running a secret invite-only contest, and they explain how it works. All right, we're going to give away $1,000. You need to tune in between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. weekdays. 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., in case you're unaware, are the most important hours as far as advertising goes. Like, if you're in radio, you want to be the number one station between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. The night hours and weekends and things don't matter as much when it comes to advertising and for clients. So they're trying to get people to tune in during those specific hours. Makes total sense to me. And then if you hear them mention a city name, they'll just kind of casually mention it as part of a regular conversation. Then you text the city name to their hotline to win. And this person who posted, it's like, I can't believe these idiots down the hall are trying to, get a hold of listeners to the rock station so they can steal them and win their prizes. Those guys suck. All right. They all work in the same building, okay? And I would imagine, we've never done anything like this, but a lot of radio groups, they'll keep a mailing list. If you submit your listener info, they've got all of your contact information. And so all of the stations in this building, I guarantee, share that listener database. And they're all working toward the same goal. Getting as much market share as possible. They're all on the same team. They're not fighting with each other. Like when Z103 is doing a giveaway, I just tell you about it. I just found it so funny that these listeners think the radio stations are going head-to-head with one another. No, they're just sharing all the same data to try to get as many listeners for all of their stations as possible. This is like a no-brainer. I tell you what's going on with Classy and things like that. We're a big team. I don't know. The 93X subreddit is really funny. We have a K-Bear subreddit. I made it a while ago, but I don't know if we have a lot of Reddit users in our market. Let me see if it's still up here. Yeah, just r/KBear101. One member, me. Feel free to join and post some content. I don't know. I just enjoy seeing, radio listeners on Reddit spew their opinions because, I don't know, Reddit's not generally a place that I see a lot of radio content. So, anyway, yeah, just a heads up. If they're in the same building, they're all working together. It ain't rocket science. Let's dive in here and take a look at a list of video games that prove that graphics aren't everything. That's right, kids. I mean, I've even had these kind of conversations with Peaches before. He's a decade younger than me. Grew up in a completely different gaming era. Just because a game's old doesn't mean it doesn't stand up right next to some of the games out nowadays. Now, I would say that my all-time favorite games are newer games. Even as an older gamer, I'm still gonna take Red Dead 2 over, I don't know, Super Mario World or something like that. But some of those old games, they do still stand up, like Super Mario World. The top answer online right now is Tetris, which it's still fun. Still fun, still as aggravating as ever because I suck at it. I've got a VR version of Tetris that it's really neat, but I'm still awful at it. I don't know, I just make bad decisions when it comes to Tetris. What other games are people saying? This is the one I thought of, and I don't even like this game, but it's so popular that clearly graphics don't mean everything. Minecraft. I don't know. I've played it. I just couldn't get into it. And that's, again, coming from a guy who really enjoys Red Dead 2, where you do a lot of crafting in that game. Hunting, gathering plants, so I can make some kind of a tonic or make a stupid jacket. I don't know. Just couldn't get into Minecraft, but one of the most popular games of all time, and the graphics are, pretty lousy for a modern game, in my opinion. Let's go to the phones here. See who's calling us. K-Bear, you are live on the show. Please keep that in mind. Who's this?
Hey, this is Parker. How are you?
Parker, I'm doing pretty good. Do you got an older game with, not great graphics, but that is still a masterpiece?
Yeah, I do. The original, Skyrim Elder Scrolls game, back when it first came out, graphics compared to stuff today aren't great, but I still think the game is super fun and it holds up.
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, I recently replayed San Andreas, GTA San Andreas, and the graphics on that, certainly not up to par with some of the more modern games, but it was still, so fun, such a good story. I'd call it a masterpiece, for sure.
Yeah, that was one that I was going to bring up, too. And it's hard sometimes to compare graphics, especially across genres, because you were saying, Super Mario World, it looks pretty good for a 2D side-scroller, but if you compare it to, the GTA 5 first-person stuff, they just are totally different games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you, for example, compare it to the newer side-scroller Mario games, it's not going to look as great. But, oh, man, when that game came out, young people couldn't ever understand how mind-blowing seeing Super Mario World for the first time was. It was crazy.
Right.
Mario Brothers 3 was that way. Back on the NES, when that came out, it was such a leap from Mario Brothers 2 that just mind-blown as a kid. So.
Right.
And I'd say Mario Brothers 3 stands up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's always cool to see the changes and developments of games because, you think that, oh, man, things haven't changed that much, but then you go back to a game you played way back when you were super young and you think, man, is this what it looks like? I remember way different.
Oh, yeah. The last time I tried playing in Atari, I was like, oh, my goodness. I've yet to find an Atari game on the actual Atari platform that is as good as I remember it. I mean, if you're going to play Pac-Man, you got to go at least NES or something.
Yes, I'd throw Skyrim in there. The original release Skyrim does not look great, but it's still super fun to play.
Absolutely, man. One of the most just deep, and just packed games of all time. It has so much you can do. Kind of like Red Dead 2. You could just play it for hundreds of hours.
Just wander around and find things to do.
Yeah, exactly. I love that kind of stuff. A little bit of laid-back gameplay is definitely where I'm at this point in life.
Oh, yeah.
Well, appreciate the
call,
man.
That's mine.
Hope you have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Peace. So anyway, a lot of these games that they're naming online, I haven't even heard of these. Dwarf Fortress, they say, could be the longest standing and most successful example of this. Gonna have to look into that. Dwarf Fortress or Factorio. I don't know what that is either. I'm not a very good gamer, apparently. Zork? No clue. All right, I remember Lemmings. Oh, that game. That's another one that made me just want to smash the controller. Too dumb. I'm too dumb for Lemmings. I am a lemming. Diving into some dumb news, it's freak news. And thank you again for hanging out, listening to the show today. Been getting a lot of nice calls from people. I hope you're all doing great. All right, where should we begin? Thankfully, we're back to, just a little bit of stupid mayhem, like a Florida woman admitting to vandalizing her ex's vehicle. I'm looking at a photo of it here. Lots of profanity, yellow spray paint, covering basically the entire car. But it turns out that Evelina Fabianski got the wrong car. It wasn't her ex's car. It was just some random vehicle. See? That's why you shouldn't go out at night and try to vandalize things. I mean, even if she had gotten the right car, it wouldn't be proper. It'd be inappropriate and wrong. But you don't want to end up on the national news. Some radio guy in Idaho talking about you, laughing. Yeah, she just hit her boyfriend's neighbor's car. You just got to move along. I know breakups can be tough. She was only 18, though. When you're younger, seems like the breakups can make you a little bit crazier, maybe. Just try to remember there's other people out there. Things will get better. It can be very aggravating, the breakup process. But just give it time. Just give it a little bit of time. Things will improve. What else do we have here? If you've been thinking of getting out of Idaho, they've got an island for sale for $695,000 in Metro or near Metro Vancouver. Do you got to be a Canadian resident to buy this island? It looks pretty cool, actually. I like getting away from people, but I'm also a little claustrophobic. I don't know if I could handle living on a small island, being surrounded by water. Plus, in that region, you are susceptible to that potential megathrust earthquake. You don't want to be stuck on an island if all of a sudden the tsunami's rolling in. Yeah, probably why the price keeps dropping on this island. Yeah, if you need to get to higher ground, but you got to use a canoe, that's not good. But it would be neat to own a little private island. Still way outside of my budget. All right, I'm also currently watching a video from a Colombian airport where they're chopping a guy's hair off. Do people not know how the full body scanners work? This guy glued a toupee to his head, and the toupee was packed to the brim with cocaine. Yeah, if you run through the full body scanner, they're going to be able to tell if you've glued hair on top of your head and have something sitting on top of your dome. All right? And then they're going to make an example out of you. They've got the guy standing in front of the wig on the news. He's all handcuffed, looking like a moron. just, drugs are bad, okay? And trying to take drugs through the airport, stupid, okay? You just can't get away with that, all right? It should be common sense, but how often do we bring up stories of people trying to sneak things through airport security? Weekly. Just about weekly. All right, I'm going to save some of these other stories for the top of the next hour. We're going to talk about this amazing product that a woman in Rexburg is selling. Want to give a shout out to listener Sean for pointing me in that direction. I wouldn't normally be talking about skincare products, but it's the Viktor Wilt Show, and you'll see why I'm going to talk about it when I do. So that's coming up in a few, and other wacky, stupid things. So hang on. The beast is back.
That's right.
What's up, Peaches? How's it going?
Oh, it was a nice break.
Oh, I'm glad you had a nice little vacation to the beautiful big city of Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, I did not miss that traffic at all.
It's gotten pretty bad over there. Yeah, it's a very annoying place to drive around. Idaho's infrastructure was not ready for the pandemic.
Even the Trader Joe's employee was talking to me, and I said, well, I got my 4-hour drive back to Idaho Falls. He's like, what's that commute? What are the commutes like over there? And I'm like, they're bad. They're real bad.
It's terrible. Don't move over here.
Oh, no, he's like, it's awful here in Boise. I can only imagine what it's like over there.
Yeah, I mean, we still thankfully, it takes me about 8 minutes to get to work in the morning and 15 to 20 minutes to get home in the afternoon.
It's ridiculous how long it takes for me to, I'm forced now to turn right on the sunny side instead of left.
Yeah, and we're heading into that season of road construction. I saw an article about some areas of hit road they're working on this week. So, yeah, I'm just trying to not go anywhere. Just stay home, don't drive. Or if I do need to go somewhere, off hours, 11 p.m. That's when you go to the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You go bright and early in the morning sometimes, too. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. That's the only way to do it. Like Walmart has those quiet hours. It's so nice. You don't have to hear Walmart radio blasting at high volume with their high-energy DJs. Oh,
that reminds me. There was another business I went to. I went to the restroom. There was another business that had a radio station, and I was just laughing because I'm like, why do these people have a radio station? Well, I forgot who it was now.
Well, if you remember, I definitely want to check them out.
Yeah. No, it's the same old so-and-so radio, and then it goes into generic pop.
Yeah, Walmart radio is definitely really weird. There's no rhyme or reason to the playlist, and then just top 40 style DJ. Hey, everybody, Walmart radio.
But I have seen now every Walmart in every major city of Idaho, so I'm stoked.
All right.
I got to see one in Nampa, Boise, Twin Falls.
I've been to all the Idaho. Well, you got to go up north, Coeur d'Alene.
That's not a major city.
So what's in the bag?
Yeah, so
what's in the bag?
Tried dropping you this stuff off yesterday, but you're in the middle of something, so.
Yeah, I was hanging out with my lady. It was Peaches, go away.
So, first of all, I don't know if you've tried these. These are absolutely fantastic. I ate all of mine on the way back.
Okay.
These right here.
Ooh, you might have given me one of these before. A Trader Joe's sweetened dried orange slices. Oh, it's got words on there that people hate. Moist and sweet.
They are moist. And you can eat the rind, too.
All right. These look good.
They're going to be
like
addicting.
A heck of a treat.
It's only $1.99 for that whole bag, too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good deal. See, that's why we need Trader Joe's. They do have good deals.
And speaking of my first world problem, I went to Taco Bell after the show. The Taco Bell over in Boise does not have the Lux Cravings box.
What?
So I had to order each item individually. Cost me $10.
$10
instead of $7.
That's a bunch of crap.
But that was because I used my free Fire tier reward for the cheesy gordita crunch. Otherwise, it would have been $14.
That is ridiculous.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so is this the Taco Bell that is in the vicinity of the Idaho Center?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think it might be.
Okay, the last time I went to Boise and went to a show at the Idaho Center, me and Judith went to Tool, and late at night after the show, we wanted to get some food, but there's like no food anywhere close to the Idaho Center.
Not at all.
So we ordered like Taco Bell DoorDash, and it was super expensive for one.
Yeah.
And then they screwed up the order.
Of course.
And it took like I think it took about an hour and a half for the food to show up.
I got to give props to the workers here, especially at the ones at the Taco Bell's around here, because
they get the job done.
The Taco Bell over there, the lady was, you can tell she didn't want to be there. What do you want? Right, it was like one word. What do you want?
What do you want?
And then I said, like, I ordered through the app. Say window now. It's like, okay, wow.
How can you not have the deluxe cravings box? It's like a national promotion.
Well, then they had the meal for two, which was too much food, and that was like $20. I'm like, okay, let me just order the thing the old-fashioned way.
All right. So we got sweetened dried orange slices. These look fantastic.
These are one of my favorite desserts from Trader Joe's. My ex-girlfriend showed me these, and then this is like the only thing I liked a lot from over there. Trader Joe's frozen chocolate-covered bananas.
Oh, yeah. You've shown me these before. We've tried them. They are really good.
I have tried to replicate my own with just melting chocolate and bananas and coconut strips, but it's not the same.
All right. We're going to have to get this into the freezer.
Yeah, definitely.
ASAP.
Now,
okay.
This next one, I forgot that you already have a giant thing of Reese's that Judith gave you.
I do have lots of Reese's.
Well, here's more.
Oh, gee, look at that. Holy cow. That's a massive tub of Trader Joe's milk chocolate peanut butter cups.
That was $4.
$4 is all? For that much? This thing weighs a pound.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's a pound of Reese's. I've never tried a Trader Joe's peanut butter cup. So
don't eat one because you'll eat like 6 like I did this morning.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up, Peaches. Look at all these treats you brought me. How kind of you. But wait, there's more.
The big finale. I figured you would need a bottle of this because you can never have too much of this. Your favorite condiment.
Oh!
Trader Joe's organic ketchup.
Dude, thank you, man. I've never tried Trader Joe's ketchup, so I'm very excited. Look at that.
That's $1.
Looks like it doesn't have too much added sugar. And $1.
It's like $1.99, yeah.
That's not bad at all. All right.
Overall, I spent like $96 there, but I bought like sriracha bottles and olive oil and the green chili dragon sauce.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, we need a Trader Joe's around here for sure. Well, I'm pretty grateful. I'm going to I guess I got to put the ketchup on the orange slices and wrap that around a Reese's. Just playing. Well, thanks, Peaches. That's very nice of you to bring me all these souvenirs. Now, how was the show?
Oh, the show was fantastic. I sent you videos of the of David Draymond in the chair.
Yes.
Blood coming out of his head. I'm going to post that on our Instagram. I'm going to make an edit of that video.
Yeah, there was one video you sent me that you said you were going to send or post that was just filled with profanity.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I thought you were joking.
There might be someone next to me screaming. I don't know.
It was during a part of one of the songs where maybe
not that one. That was a different video.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like...
Not David Draymond flipping off the camera the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, that's funny, Peaches. I know you're not going to really post it.
But there was a dude in the pit that was like... I asked him how tall he was. He's 6'11".
Whoa, bigger than you?
So me and him were... No, he's not bigger than... He was rail thin.
Okay.
I'm like 2 of him. But like...
It's okay, so taller than you.
But like we were just taking photos and then we were comparing them and clearly above everybody else. Just, he had a great photo of David like right in front.
Nice.
I was to the side a little bit, but still got a great shot of him in the chair and everything. But yeah, they played the full album first thing. Then
nice.
then had a 20-minute intermission and then had their brief little set afterwards.
So you guys got a lot of treats at that show. You were the first show to see the new 3 Days Grace dual vocalist lineup.
Yeah.
How were they?
Oh, they were good. You can tell Adam's a little bit more experienced, a little bit more, what's the word?
Got a little more stage presence.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, you can tell he's somewhat newer. Every one of those dudes was extremely nice. I am now, I'm now going to hate every band that ignores us because when I got to meet Disturbed before the show, Aaron said, "Hey, this is Peaches," or Brendan. He showed up. He drove 4 hours to get here. He's from K-Bear, the greatest radio station. And then David shook my hand and then had his other hand on my arm and said, "Thank you so much for the support," and was like,
nice.
Very, very nice. And now I'm thinking like all these bands, just ignore us for no reason. They have no excuse. Because you said Metallica's people have reached out saying thanks for the support. Disturbed has said the same thing.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Two of the biggest bands out there, and they're still thanking us.
Exactly. Younger bands, take note. We're your homies. We're here to help expose you to people.
But we definitely need to have a series of how many musicians, how many artists will call Peaches a big... I can't say the other word. because it's every single time. Wow, look at that. And then it was funny too because every person leaving the meet and greet in front of me for Disturbed was like, wow, I thought they were taller. every single person.
David Draymond, I think, is about my height.
Yeah,
so,
he is.
Yeah. So you also got to see the debut of the new Disturbed single live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was good.
Nice.
It was fun.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, the whole... I was on the floor during the beginning part of their set, like the whole first the Sickness album, and then I moved to the seats because it's nice to be down in the pit, but by myself, I'm like, forget it. I'll be up with Big J from the X and Chris from Reno and Aaron from Q Prime and all that, so it was fun to join them too.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to meet all those dudes.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. I saw, Chris had commented on your post, so I popped over to his page and I realized he never accepted my friend request. What a turd. So
that reminds me.
I canceled the request and sent it again like, dude, you're a radio guy. What are you doing?
I asked him if he knew who you were, and he said, I don't think so. And
what a tool.
And then I went to his Instagram, and sure enough, I'm like, dude, he follows, like Victor follows you. Like, and he was like, he does? And then he looked, he's like, oh, I do follow him.
Pay attention, bro.
He was having a great time when Seven Dust was on stage, for sure. He started the pit next to me. He was jumping up and down, pushing people.
Nice. Yeah, I can't remember if I've met him in person or not. I mean, I became aware of him when he took over K-Dot in Reno.
He had 2 cell phones, which was quite unique. He was doing social media posting on both, and he was going live on one, posting on Instagram on the other.
Hey, Jade, where's that company line, bro?
And I was getting upset because it's like I was going to tell Jade, I'm like, I met all these radio people, and they all said, oh, we have our promotions director, we have this person, we have this person. It's not one person like what we do around here.
Oh yeah,
it's a team of people. Even for the X, the Eagle, K-Dot, and Reno.
I know, man. We're just better than them, Peaches. We can do more. They couldn't do what we do. That's right.
No, they couldn't. A lot of them can barely do a show.
Oh! All right. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more music and stuff. I got a bunch of stupid news stories pulled up, so hang on. Digging into the Biz Buzz section of EastIdahoNews.com. Thanks to listener Sean for sending this my way. We got a Rexburg woman's selection of homemade skincare products with a large social media following. She makes her skincare products out of brutal beef. That's right. Well, beef tallow, which is the fatty tissue around the kidneys and other organs of a cow. So a local butcher, I guess, supplies the fat for her to make these products. Yeah, they got the whipped tallow with a pine scent. Just rubbing the brutal beef and pine all over your skin. You gotta have a cheeseburger scented version of this. So you just smear that. What if it's a raw meat smell? Raw meat doesn't really smell very good. Okay. Fresh charred steak smell. Be all for this. So these are just one of the many type of things you can see if you check out our neighbors down the hall, EastIdahoNews.com. Yeah, skincare products made from beef. And they tend to come from grass-fed cows as well, so you can avoid, grains that have been sprayed with chemical that the cow then ate and blah, blah, blah. No, this is all natural. Beef spread for your skin. She's hoping to make some sunscreen too. Just smear that beef grease all over yourself. Protect yourself from a little bit of sunburn. Anyway, good. I'm glad to see she's doing well. Glad to see she's doing well. I would imagine beef tallow, probably something that just tends to end up in the garbage, right? Putting it to good use. Anyway, sorry, I just had to talk about beef spread for your skin. I'd be failing as the king of brutal beef and liquid cheese if I didn't talk about this. All right. This is going to be one of those breaks that I kind of wish I would have scripted out, pre-recorded, because sometimes going live, things just don't come across exactly how you're trying to say them. So hopefully I do a good job with this. I'm a real live radio DJ. You might hear other DJs claim to be live. A lot of them liars. We are live on air. So, I made a post on Facebook last night about something I've brought up on the show before that a lot of people disagree with me on. And that would be the subject of the media. I don't know how many times I've seen somebody post about how the media is run by leftists and liberals. The mainstream media is not liberal, okay? I've seen accusations being chucked at East Idaho News, left and right. Look at all this liberal news. Blah! They're just reporting the news. CNN, liberal news. CNN, I'd call them very centrist. And the reason is because doing the job that I do, I've got to look through a lot of different news sources to try to find stuff to talk with you about on air. And I'm aware of all kinds of different news sources. So when I think of liberal news, leftist news, I'd be thinking about stuff like, or sites like The Hill, Daily Beast, Meidas Touch. All right? I really picked up on this during the election and the coverage of what was happening throughout the election process. You know, there were all these stories being reported by actual liberal news, and, CNN didn't touch those stories. And I thought it was very weird because CNN's supposed to be, as liberal as it gets. Well, one thing that popped up in the news a week ago was that the Meidas Touch podcast, which, this is as liberal as it gets, that it had become the number one podcast in America, which, overtook Joe Rogan. The podcast realm for a long time, if you looked at the top podcasts, it tended to be dominated by very conservative commentators. So in the liberal world, Meidas Touch taking over as the number one podcast in America is massive news. You think CNN said a word about it? No, they haven't said a word about it at all. Amazingly, it was funny because when I made the post, somebody chimed in about MSNBC. And at the time that I made the post, this story had been out there for a week and they hadn't said anything. I guess MSNBC last night finally made some kind of video about this. But anyhow, yeah, they're about as far left as it goes in mainstream 24-hour news. But even then, they don't report on tons of stuff that these other websites do. So I made a post about it saying, see, look, CNN is not liberal. Because, as someone who considers myself liberal, CNN is a disappointment to me. And we can all be homies, all right? We can all be homies. I haven't gone on some kind of a deleting spree on my Facebook page. I still get in little discussions with many of you. And it's great fun. I like being able to discuss issues. That's become one of the major problems in the world, is people have forgotten how to talk about things. And so, I like to let people know as well about these other news sources because I think a lot of people don't know they exist. It was funny. I don't know if it was true, but I saw somebody say that Joe Rogan said, who? That like when you see a band's been announced for coming to town. Who? Just goes to show, I really think Joe Rogan's living in quite the information echo chamber. Because if you work in media like he does, and you weren't familiar with Meidas Touch, you just haven't been paying attention for the last few years. Kind of like if you're on the other side and you don't know about like Newsmax and things like that. So anyway, I'm not trying to say you need to go check out these other news sources. I just wanted to let you know, East Idaho News, CNN, all these places that are taking just a beat down for being so leftist and controlling the news. You gotta be kidding me. All right. They're as centered as it gets. If you want to see leftist news, I can show you it. It's out there, but it's not mainstream. Well, I guess it kind of is if Meidas Touch is the number one podcast. We'll see how long that lasts, but yeah. The supposed liberal news is not talking about it at all. So just wanted to let you know. Okay, if you were in an earthquake and your house was destroyed and you were scared of earthquakes, what would you do? What I would do is move to a place where you have the lowest chance of an earthquake happening to try to stay away from them. This Turkish guy, he took a little bit of a different route. He moved into a cave. Yeah, I guess in February of 2023, southern Turkey had a pretty massive earthquake, 7.8. On the, they don't call it the Richter scale anymore, but I can't remember what they call it. It doesn't matter. Anyhow, so tens of thousands of people got killed. Entire neighborhoods turned into rubble. And this guy, yeah, he lost his home. So he and his family were okay, thankfully, but he was so terrified of another earthquake. He's like, all right, I'm moving into a cave. I'm moving into a cave. Now, I'm no scientist, okay? I don't know a lot about how earthquakes work and the potential damage they can do. But I would think that an earthquake could cause a cave to collapse on you and crush you beneath, just a mountain of boulders. That's just what I think could happen. But this guy's like, nah, this is way safer than a normal house. It just depends where that fault line is, right? Or how bad things shake. With all my research I've done on the megathrust earthquakes, if you've got a plate that slips, if you had these two plates just pushing up against each other for, hundreds of years, when the other one, or not the other one, when one of them snaps back, the ground can drop by many feet. You don't want to be in a cave if that happens. And also, living in a cave? Talked about caves earlier. Terrifying. He's like, well, we deal with snakes and rodents, and I wish I had a toilet and running water. But hey, it's nice and cool in the summer. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to stick with running water and having a house that might collapse in the case of an earthquake. I don't know. Caves just, they don't sound very great to me as a place to live. But he looks happy. So, wishing him all the luck. People are weird, man. I don't know. I guess I'm used to my nice, cozy couch, and the only type of pests I tend to deal with, the occasional spider, or the cats. And I choose to have them. So, good luck to the cave guy. Well, reading this article makes me hurt. This is frustrating. Tokyo turning to a 4-day work week. Come on, America. We can't be outdone by Tokyo. Is there anyone out there? You can call me if you think that a 5-day work week's better than a 4-day work week would be. I gotta hear why. I gotta hear your justification for this. Now, the reason that Tokyo's doing it is because they want to help Japan shed its unwanted title of the world's oldest population. I guess people are not having as many babies there. I don't know if they think giving you an extra day off is going to mean a better chance of you getting down to business and making another baby or what, but no, they're like, oh, it'll allow more time for housework and hanging out with kids and things, because a lot of people are telling us, it's just too much work. I don't have enough time for another kid. Now, how about the studies that have been done that show the benefits to the 4-day work week? More productive. You're just going to live a better life. I'm calling Jade. Calling Jade right now.
What's up?
You're live on the radio, Jade. Keep that in mind.
Hang up on you.
No, you will not hang up on me. I just wanted to know if you had read this article about Tokyo turning to a 4-day work week.
No, but good for them. You should move to Tokyo. That way I don't have to hear or see your ugly face.
Hey! But that would take too much work for me to move to Tokyo. Do they have a rock radio station in Tokyo?
I don't know. That's your problem, not mine.
Hey, but you're the boss, so you need to advocate for us for having a 4-day work week. I thought you were for the common man here. Us little...
I take a 3-day work week, and the rest of you make up my 2 lost days and work 7.
What? This is why people get mad at the bosses. This is why people can't stand management. All right.
You want to try and do my job right now?
No. No. I just want to try to get you to let me have a 4-day work week.
No, it's not going to happen. Get back to work.
Oh, fine. I'll get back to work. All right. Bye, Jade.
Bye.
You see this? I try and try. Well, I guess it's up to one of you. Anybody working for, I don't know, the state? Ooh. Still working for the state, I should say? Hit up that governor. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm seeing people give out the phone number to our politicians for, to call and complain. Let's add the 4-day work week to the list. Come on, Idaho. Let's do something that everybody can stand behind and agree on, except for Jade, apparently. 4-day work week. I'll keep trying, everybody. One of these days.
Sorry. Yeah, I gather all these thoughts when I'm gone and stuff, and then I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and talk to Victor about all this, because I plan what am I supposed to talk to Victor about? Okay, this, and this. And then I come in here and just spill it all in the morning.
Yeah. Like, all right, did you hear this on the radio? Did you see this news article? Bam, bam, bam. Next thing I know, I'm listening to 5 minutes of toast talk. Apparently today is National Toast Day.
Isn't that such a big deal? By the way, guys, if you want to call in and tell us what you like on your toast, you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's apparently a hot topic. 208-535-1015. What do you like on toast? Now, the radio host that we heard talking about this for 5 minutes, he claimed, I'm a toast guy. Now, who's the local toast guy in radio?
That's definitely you.
That is definitely me. I got bread in the fridge. I am the toast guy.
But how do you claim something like that?
I don't know how you claim
I'm
it.
a toast guy. The way that he said it was just, he sounded like that dude from The Simpsons.
Do you think he was trying to appeal to the young people, and it's a playoff on I'm a Costco guy?
Maybe.
It might have been that. But
I give toast 5 big booms. Am I right, kids?
5 big booms for toast.
Boom. He's doing the Riz face.
And, I mean, we've talked about how I'll have toast and oatmeal for lunch often. But I don't think I've ever done a break where I named every single thing that I could possibly imagine that I like on toast.
I can tell you that break would do really well on Family Feud. If Steve Harvey was like, what would you put on your toast? Hits the buzzer. Yeah. Jelly.
It does sound like a Family Feud question. So, Peaches, we got to let everybody know our favorite things to put on toast. I like, a little bit of dirt.
Wait, he didn't receive one caller. If we could get one caller for this subject,
then we win.
So if someone wants to call in, 208-535-1015. First of all, you got to say, love you, Victor, love the show.
You got to do that.
And then you got to say, my favorite thing to put on toast is, and then your answer.
Blank.
Yes, that's how they train you. I was talking to Chris from K-Dot in Reno, and he has a phone screener. I'm like,
He has a phone screener?
And I'm like, yeah, I tell you, dude, every single place has a team besides us. We're like the only people who are like the Swiss Army knives in the business, especially with what Jade's doing. Yeah. Jade is doing the job of like 20 people.
I know. It's absurd.
I think I have it hard, and I see him running around. He looks so darn tired out there.
Well, he's got to be. I mean, yesterday he's up on top of a mountain fixing this and that. He's got to put up with our crap around here.
I should have brought him back some like Trader Joe's beef jerky, at least as some sort of thing.
Yeah, we should get him some kind of a treat. Look,
we got a caller.
Somebody's glad to call and tell us what they like on toast. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
Morning, Victor. Love you guys. Love the show. This is Stuart.
Hey, Stuart, what's your favorite thing to put on toast?
I'm a straight butter guy.
Straight butter guy.
That's a boring answer. Next caller.
Come on, Stuart. Not even like some dead bugs, toast with some crickets.
Yeah, you're supposed to call in with this hot take that causes a whole debate. I'm supposed to disagree with Victor.
Well, I do.
Say something like ketchup.
I do like to share my super worms with my lizards.
Oh, you like to share the worms? Okay, well, you should try putting them on toast, dude. Everything's good on toast.
Yeah.
Maybe toast the worms.
Yeah, it's just a worm sandwich, basically.
Yeah, watch them boil in a pan or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Go for it, Stuart. Well, we appreciate you calling in on this vital breaking radio news that it's National Toast Day.
It sounded like a pretty hot topic. Figured I had better jump in here.
Dude, I mean, I had to do my part and do 5 minutes talking about toast as well.
No, I like jelly on my toast, but what kind of jelly? I like strawberry. Victor, what's yours?
I like the seedless raspberry.
That's
Peaches.
not good.
That's what I like.
Hey, guys, we're in Idaho. We use huckleberry on our toast around here.
Huckleberry is pretty good.
That's right.
Got to be homemade.
We got to keep it live and local. You know what? I love Idaho so much, I put potatoes on my toast.
Dude, potatoes on toast is good.
With the jam, too.
You were going to say, putting ketchup on toast. If you were to put potatoes on bread, you could put ketchup on it, and you've got yourself a potato sandwich.
I call that my carby breakfast.
We got other people calling that want to tell us what they like on toast, too. Every line is lit up. So we're going to find out what these others like, Stuart.
Thank you for starting this segment, Stuart.
Sounds
Appreciate
good.
it.
See ya.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye. This is great radio. This is how you get a job in the big market. Caller, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. What do you like on toast?
Sorghum.
Sorghum? What is... we've talked about that before, but what exactly
a little bit
is...
of butter and sorghum.
This is where we get the one listener that has the weird answer. We have to look it up and then say, "Whoa, that's a wild take there, buddy."
It says it's the world's 5th most important cereal crop after rice, wheat, maize, and barley.
I'm waiting for that one listener to call in and say Vegemite or something like that.
Dude,
You feed them lizards and worms, and you slice up the lizards, a little bit of sorghum. Good to go all day.
Lizards on toast.
Is this guy living in the wasteland? Like, what's going on?
Well, we'll have to give that a try for our next episode of Brad Eats. All right?
Even though Brad's not here.
It's just always going to be called that.
Hey, you guys have a nice day.
Hey, you as well, man.
You too,
Thank
man.
you.
Peace. Yeah, dude, nothing better than dead bugs on toast. If I had to pick just one thing.
No, I ate those crickets on Spam. That was that was full of protein.
Dude, crickets on Spam. That's Spam toast.
Yeah.
Spam can be toast as well. We toasted it in the air fryer.
That's what I like in my toast, Spam and cream cheese.
Hey, dude.
I'm Casey Kasem.
It's the Viktor Wilt Show. About time for me to get out of here. But before I go, let's talk about domesticating animals. Why do you think dogs decided, I think I'm going to hang out with these people? Back in the day, somehow wolves were domesticated into early dogs. And some scientists have a new theory that these dogs just really liked snacks. This makes total sense to me. My daughter recently hit me up prior to Valentine's Day and was like, what do you get a guy for Valentine's Day? And I'm like, well, I mean, each guy's a little bit different, but the one go-to I could think of, snacks. Yeah, get him some candy. I couldn't have been more excited with the giant box of Reese's I received from my lady for Valentine's Day. I mean, I was a little leery because have you ever eaten Reese's? It's not like you can just stop once you start. So I've been eating lots of Reese's. But I think that snacks and food, you can domesticate, the average dude with some snacks. So it makes total sense to me. You could do it with a dog. Yeah, imagine you're a dog. You're an old school wolf. You're out. You got to deal with all this hunting and stuff. Running through the woods and the snow just to try to get yourself, I don't know, a little rabbit or something. Or you got people, and they're like, hey, check it out, this is funny. Look at it. This wolf thinks we're friends. Look at it. Come on, give him some of that fish. Yeah. I think this is the best theory I've seen yet. I don't know if I've looked at a lot of theories for how they domesticated dogs. But snacks, I mean, for domesticating just about anything. Like if you get a new kitten, you give them some food. Well, then they're going to just pretty much expect it of you till the end of time. They'll wake you up. All right, anyway. Stellar end of the show, huh? Oh, yeah. Grade A, top notch. All right. Hopefully the noon hour of madness and mayhem we'll pick up a little bit better. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you had a good one. And I hope the rest of the day goes by fast, goes well. And yeah, you're the best. Best listeners on the planet. See you in a couple hours. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.